Just wait a second.
I'm sorry.
Oh, well, you're fine.
Flubber, sorry. I'm sorry. Flubber, sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. Sorry. Why is the sound? Okay. No. Sorry. Why is the sound? No, I switched it off. Look, I switched it off here. No. Sorry. Why is the sound? Ah, yeah. That's because I'm playing. Okay. I'm so sorry. And Liam is to the rescue. He's a superhero. Bonjour tout le monde. So sorry about that. Bonjour Selina. Bonjour Petit Loup. Bonjour Manish. Uttam. Yes, Ani. Rushit. Narayan. It is funny, isn't it? I mean, there is never a dull moment at Learn French with Alexa. I can assure you that. Bonjour tout le monde. This is an open live, which means that it's free for anybody who wants to watch me if you want. You know, no need if you don't want. There is no need for that. Wait. Le Petit Cabrol, bonjour. Je regarde ta chaîne depuis l'Égypte et je voulais te dire que j'admire vraiment ton travail. Thank you very much. Good life. Bonjour. Maggie, bonjour. So there is quite a few of you. Bonjour à tout le monde. Bonjour Francine and Joe. I recognize a lot of people that are also in my exclusive live. As you know that at Learn French with Alexa, we are a free open live, but also we've got these exclusive small groups. If you are a member of the community at Learn French with Alexa, the YouTube channel, but also if you are a subscriber of Learn French with Alexa, the website where you have access to 250 back catalog lives if you wanted to face it. Anyway, in today's lesson, I am going to teach you a little bit about tenses and how we work when we are tiny. Let me take you on a journey. Once upon a time. Anyway, when you're a young student, very young kid at school in France, you've got to go through understanding the concept of conjugation, which is tough. If you're learning French, you will understand how tough it is. So can you imagine how it feels to a 5 or a 6-year-old? Anyway, I'm going to teach you a little bit of this today, and then we will do an exercise where we are going to try to spot the right answer. This is of A2 level, of A2/B1, because we are going beyond certain tenses such as the conditional. I'm going to present you 5 tenses, show them to you and how it works in French. Okay? Bonjour Alain, bonjour à Catherine Williams, bonjour à tout le monde. Je m'appelle Elia and I am new to French. Nasty Micromanager. That was your name. Hi, Nasty Micromanager. Welcome. Bienvenue. Okay. Bonjour Alain. I know that we have followed a lot in India and I am going to go there one day, for sure. Bonjour à Santiago, Rodrigo, who lives in Santiago, and 7:30 at the moment. I just bought your full French course 2 months ago and almost done it. Super happy with the content. Yet to do your TEF course. Now, Uttam, I'm glad that you enjoyed. As always, we welcome, Trustpilot reviews. We're rated at 4.8 out of 5 on Trustpilot. And if you can leave us a review, that's amazing. Do the TEF. Tell us what you do. If you tell us what you do with the TEF, if you need any help with the TEF, because it's a tough, TEF is tough. TEF is a tough exam, then let us know and we will guide you through. And also we've opened a lot of new classes, conversation classes, like where you can speak to a teacher. All level classes as well are available now at Learn French with Alexa. Bonjour de la Normandie, Catherine. Bonjour de la... C'est beau la Normandie. Je suis au présent moment à la Colombie. J'aime bien tes vidéos de Madame Ernesto. Bonjour à la Colombie. Bonjour à Nairobi, au Kenya. Bon après-midi. Moi, ça va. Ça va. Et bonjour à la Turquie. On est partout dans le monde. This is quite amazing. I'm going to start and stop rumbling because I need to get on with my lesson. En Italie, bonjour à l'Italie. So here it is. I'm going to introduce you to an exercise, okay? So ignore this chart for a minute, but I think it's going to be very useful to you, okay? Au Soudan, bonjour au Soudan, je suis ravie toujours. Maru Emmanuel et Wosu Emmanuel aussi, je vais bien. It's always really lovely to see you guys. Now, you need to hang in there. Okay, because this is not an easy lesson, but it's a lesson that I know is going to be very useful to you all, especially if you are not familiar with conjugating in French. Okay. Now, the reason why I would like to do that, it's because one of my videos is doing so well. Now, one of them has over 1 million and a bit views on timeline and where to put these tenses that we conjugate. And the one that is doing really well at the moment is also taking you a step-by-step of conjugating in French. So it's obviously something that you guys are after, and I wanted to go a little bit beyond today. Now, in French, a verb ending will differ, okay, according to the pronoun and the tense that we use. And I will explain all of this. Even if the concept is not there yet, you'll understand in a minute, okay? Now, what you need to start by understanding is the order. The order of the subject pronoun you must absolutely learn in French in order to be able to conjugate with less difficulty later on. So I'm going to show you my blank page here, and I'm going to use, let's say, bleu ciel. I'm going to use a bleu ciel here, okay? Now, here, the subject pronoun or pronoun sujet, what is it? Okay, in a sentence, it's what you see first, really, usually. It's the I and the you and the he and the she and the they and the we and so on, okay? In French, we divide them into two categories. So I'm going to show you. Je, tu, il, elle, on. And that's the first category of the sujet pronoun or pronoun sujet, okay? And these pronouns are called the singular pronouns, okay? The singular pronouns, okay? So les pronoms. Sorry, just getting a text. Sorry, I forgot to switch off my telephone. Now, je, tu, il, elle, on are known as the singular subject pronouns. Of course, we call that a subject pronoun, okay? Okay, so why is it singular? Because it's one. Je is I, it's one of me. Tu is you, it's one of you. Il, he, elle, she, and on is actually one. And we can translate it as we. And I know what you're going to say straight away, but hold on, Alexa. On is actually plural. Well, it is and it isn't. In French, it is considered as a more informal way of saying we. But though it is an informal way of saying one or we conjugate it exactly the same way as we conjugate any single pronouns, okay? So that's very important. So that's the first category, okay? Je, tu, il, elle, on. And this is the order you must learn your subject pronouns. It's very important because everything is dependent after that of the ending of your verbs, okay? Depending on the tense, but I'll show you in a minute. Je, tu, il, elle, on, okay? And then what we do, we subdivide them. So, je is going to be the première personne du singulier, okay? Tu is going to be la seconde personne du singulier, la deuxième. Et il, elle, on vont être la troisième personne du singulier, okay? So, that's very important. Première, deuxième, troisième. Because then we carry on in our list of subject pronouns with nous. Nous, vous, il, elle. Okay? So, these are called the plural pronoun. Okay? So, plural pronouns. Okay? Les sujets, pronoms pluriels. Okay? Au pluriel. Okay? So, we've got that. So we've got two categories of pronouns. Is singular pronouns and then the plural. Plural, I said that with a French accent, but I can speak with a French accent if you want me to. It's easy. So plural pronouns. And then you subdivide them. So we would call nous la première, okay, personne plurielle. Okay, c'est la première personne au pluriel. This is nous. Vous, you can imagine, would be la deuxième personne au pluriel. Okay? And il and elle, and they both mean they, would be la troisième personne au pluriel. Okay? And this is the way we are dividing in French our subject pronouns at school. Okay? This is the way the kids are learning. Okay? French accent. French accent. There is no French accent here. Oh, you're talking about my French accent. I can pretend to be very French. Maru, je suis au niveau B1 cette année et vos leçons sont très utiles pour moi. Très bien. And well done for reaching B1 level because it's not hard. It's not easy. I mean, bonjour Michael Coffee, watching you all the way from Côte d'Ivoire. Happy to see your face again. Well, I'm happy to see you, Michael Coffee. Okay, now, so we've got these pronouns. Are we very clear about this subject pronouns? You've got the singular pronouns, okay, the je, tu, il, elle, on. Have a look at that. And you've got the plural pronouns, the nous, the vous, il, elle, okay. If you're complete beginners, remember that in French we have two ways of saying you, tu, and vous. One is informal, the tu, that you would talk to your brothers and sisters or mother and your family members, your friends, and the vous, when you talk to someone you don't know necessarily, or if you talk to more than one person. So a group of people would be vous as well, okay? And then we've got two ways of saying they. Il for the masculine and elle for the feminine group, okay? If you have feminine, masculine, as I said, always, grammatically speaking, the boy is always stronger because they work out. It's an ongoing joke here because I am working out at the moment, so people kind of mock me because of that. Now, salut du Canada, bonjour Unique. Salut, bonjour. So we've got that. Now, let's take a verb, and I'm going to carry you through the journey of a verb in 5 different tenses. The présent, the passé composé, the futur, the imperfect, and the conditionnel. All of this is available on your worksheet. So with this lesson, there is a support guide, okay? This support guide is available if you're a member of the community, you know, if you join the membership program at the YouTube channel. All this is available if you are also a client of Learn French with Alexa, the website, okay? So, when you conjugate in the present tense an ER verb, and an ER verb is a regular verb, okay? And the fact that it's regular, okay, means that it is easier to conjugate than a third group verb, for example, okay? So I'm not sure you can see the top of my, I'm just trying to see whether you can see the top of my, there, okay. Now, parler, tu, talk. Okay? To talk. Let's say parler, to talk. Now, this is called an infinitive verb, okay? Parler. It has er at the end. And why is that? It's because we haven't touched it yet. We have not conjugated it yet. We don't know whether this here is in the present tense, the future, the passé composé, the imperfect, the conditional. We don't know that because we have not transformed it. And the transformation happens depending on the tense we are using and depending on the subject pronouns you're using. And this is why you must learn your subject pronouns in that very order. Have a look at that at my here on the left-hand side. So, je, tu, il, elle, on, nous, vous, il, elle. All right? And you must divide them into two categories. The singular pronoun, and I'm going to do that if you want it, and the plural pronouns, okay? And then they are divided into je being the first person, tu the second person, il, elle, on the third person. The same as nous first, vous second, il, elle third. Okay. Are we good so far? Or have I lost you already? To speak as well, Abdullahi. I'm just trying to not confuse anybody. Yeah, but to speak, to talk or to speak, absolutely. My teacher is live. Yeah, Kituko, I'm live. Right, now, for je, okay, and because it's a present tense, we want to say, I talk. Okay, present. I am talking as well. In English, you call that a continuous tense. We don't have such a thing in France. So I'm talking and talk is the same in French. Je parle. I talk. See what we've done? We dropped the ER over the infinitive and we added the E. Tu, maybe if I do that, you see better. Parle. Can you see that? Yes. And we say parle, not parles. Okay. Il, elle, on parle. So, I speak, you speak, and so on. Yeah? Nous parlons. ONS for nous, always. Okay? We are talking, or we talk, or we speak. Vous parlez, and that's EZ. Okay? EZ, you are talking, or you talk, or you speak. Okay? Il and elle parle, ENT. Now remember that though it has ENT, we don't say parlante, okay, we say parle, okay. So pretty much every time je parle, tu parles, il parle, same pronunciation, il, elle parle, okay, except for nous and vous. And for all the ER verbs you're going to encounter when conjugate them in the present tense, this is what you do. You drop the ER of the infinitive, and you add those special endings. ER verbs only, yeah? Are we clear? Yeah? Hello, Queen City Luxury Hair from Côte d'Ivoire. Bonjour. Now, let's have a look at what happened for the passé composé. Now, the passé composé is composed of two things. An auxiliary, to have, in this case, and a past participle. Let me show you. If I said to you, to eat. Okay. What is the past participle of to eat in English? In English, what is the past participle? Here in States, us Black Americans sometimes say, "Can I parler with you?" Really? That's funny. A lot of English words seem to come from the French language. I've never. That's really cool. I didn't know that. Can I parler with you? Can I parler with you? Never heard of that. Okay, that's really good. Now, okay, le petit Gabriel says it's clear. Up to now, it's clear. That's what I want. Now, what's the past participle of to eat? Abdullahi, eaten. Absolutely. And Laj for house, I have eaten. And Francis, it's not ate. Maggie, it's not ate. Ate is the past tense. It's not a past participle. Zara, I have eaten. And you see that proves the thing here is sometimes understanding the function of words is really important to going on into conjugation in French, okay? And that's why in my course I'm so insistent on conjugation. It is eaten, well done. So to eat, okay, the past participle is eaten because it's used with the auxiliary to have before that. I have eaten. You don't say I have ate. You don't say I have eat. You say I have eaten. And that's a past participle already. I have eaten. Well done. Well, we have the same in French. For ER verbs, easy. How do you form a past participle? You drop the R and you add an accent. Can you see that? And you use it with the auxiliary avoir. So, j'ai, I have, so j'ai. Tu as parlé, il a parlé, elle a, on a, nous avons parlé, vous avez parlé, ils ont parlé, elles ont parlé. In a minute, I'm going to ask you to remember these endings of avoir. I have spoken. So it's a past tense. It's a tense that is gone, done over with, and is gone. Okay, has happened and is now gone. Okay. I have eaten my biscuits with my coffee just now, Jemima. Très bien. And you did not offer me one. Just saying. Okay. So next night, makes sense. Okay, I don't know what we're referring to. Sorry. Sometimes I ask questions and then I forget that I asked them. So, right. Now I'm going to show you the future tense, and this is where it's very important for you to understand how to conjugate the passé composé with the auxiliary avoir. J'ai, I have. Tu as, you have, and so on. If you're a beginner, learn this by heart, and that you're going to save a lot of times. Trust me. Okay, avoir in the present tense. Why is that? Because when you conjugate a verb in ER in the future tense, this is what happens. For je, in the future, we are here now. We want to say, I will talk. Doesn't exist in French. We don't have a modal will or would or could or should. Doesn't exist, okay? So how do French people do it? Well, we put special endings at the end, okay? We put special endings, okay? So, future, parler, je parlerai. I will talk. So this is my special ending. We keep the whole infinitive as it is, and we add those special endings. And that tells me it's a future tense. Tu parleras. Now, can you see a pattern between avoir and the future endings? I'm not sure whether you can see it actually. Maybe I should reduce that. Okay. So what could be il, elle, on, parle? What's the ending? Je parlerai avec ma sœur ce soir quand elle rentre à la maison. Très bien. Aussi, quand elle rentrera, you could say, when she will come back, you can, because elle rentre à la maison. Yeah. Very good. You put the avoir in the back of the verb to future. Thomas Wynne? Absolument. So, have a look at that. A. For il, elle, on. Parlera, parlera, parlera. We are using these endings. Can you see? Can you see what's happening here? If you know avoir in the present tense, you know your endings for the future. You can talk in the future. And then for nous, parlerons. O-N-S. We will talk. And then for vous, parlerez. E-Z. You will talk. And for il and elle, we follow again the endings of avoir, parleront and parleront. All right? Parlera, très bien, Maggie, you've got that. So if you put ré at the end of the verb, it makes it the future. Yes? Yes, Dikemne. It does. Okay, how about je vais parler? Yeah, that's the easy one. Je vais parler is the future proche. That works too, Unique. I am going to talk. That works, but it's called the future proche, but where you need to use avoir, aller, as a way to talk in the future. But here, this is the proper I will talk. Okay, but yeah, we talk a lot in the future proche as well. That works too. Yeah. So exactly that. if you know the endings of the future, which are the same as j'ai, tu as, il a, and so on, then you will know how to conjugate the future, as long as you understand how to create the stem of it. Parler, you keep the verb as it is. So what happens in the imperfect? What happens in the imperfect? Well, in the imperfect, you drop ER this time, and you add these special endings. So we want to say, I used to talk. And I was talking is the same. So imperfect is an action that took place in the past, but carried on over some time, okay? I used to, or I was doing, okay? It's a continuous tense. So, tu parlais. Have a look at the endings. Il parlait, elle parlait, on parlait, and then nous parlions. Vous parliez. Il parlait. I'm not sure whether you can see that. And elle parlait. There you go. So here we have the ending of the imperfect, okay? So when you think about the difficulty of conjugating tenses, you've got to think about two things. The stem of the verb, okay? You think, okay, for the future, I'm using all the verb, and I'm adding those j'ai, tu as endings, okay? Okay. For the imperfect, I've got to drop ER now, and I'm adding all the imperfects ending, yeah? But what happens when it comes to conditional? Conditional, you keep the whole verb as it is, just like the future, but you add the imperfect endings. Wait, what? Did you hear that? I start again, slower. The conditional, you keep the future stem, but you add the imperfect endings. Yeah? But what is the conditional? Visible aesthetics ask. The conditional is a mood more than a tense, really. But the conditional is that I would buy a boat if you gave me some money. Okay? Let's have a look here. Now, if is a condition, is that, well, if you give me money, I would buy a boat with it. So it's there. That's the conditional. How would you create the conditional? So it hasn't happened yet because it's a condition. It's going to happen if, if you do that, or if something happens, yeah? So you use the conditional in English all the time, okay? It makes sense to combine imperfect and future, yes, as well. Or rather, conditionnel et futur simple ne confuse toujours. Okay, so Maru, I understand why the conditional and the future simple would confuse you. Do you know why? Because listen to how we conjugate parler with je in the conditional. They. Can you see that? Parlerait. Can they see not Adam, sorry, Liam, can they see the endings of parler here? Yeah. Okay. So
Just be careful with the next ones.
Yeah, no, sorry, it's okay. So je parlerai, Julie. Absolutely. Christo, je parlerai, j'achèterai. Très bien. Okay. So, but Maru said, was it Maru? Maru says, well, a conditional and the future confuses me. And yeah, it would confuse me as well. The difference is very subtle, especially the je parlerai, future, je parlerai, conditional. Same sound, okay? Except there is an S at conditional. But what differs is what comes after. The stem is the same, but the ending is the imperfect ending. Tu parlerais, you would talk. Il parlerait, he would talk. Elle, she would talk. Elle parlerait, on parlerait. And then when it comes to nous, we would talk, you add I-O-N-S. Nous parlerions. vous parleriez, il parlerait et elle parlerait. Okay, so can you see, so j'achèterais un bateau si vous me donnez de l'argent, musée. Look at j'achèterais. And what's missing in your sentence? What's missing? Okay. Some confusion is chat about... some confusion is a chat about what the imperfect is. Okay. Please, what is the difference between passé composé and imperfect tense? Okay. You would talk, then do we add if we did something? You would talk, then do we add if you did something? I don't understand, Kay. I wish I understand your sentence. I'm not sure. Okay, so, right. Okay, lots of questions. Here we go. Let's go back. What is the difference between imperfect and conditional? They're completely different. Okay. If I put the timeline again, I'm going to put the présent here. Okay, présent. Okay. And what I do, I put the futur or futur. Okay. And you've got the futur proche as well. Okay. The 5 tenses that I've done, I'm going to do the passé composé here. Passé composé. Okay. In the timeline, yeah? And the imperfect is going to be here. However, the condition can't really be put anywhere because it's a condition that hasn't happened at all. It will always be happening if something else happened. Well, if I won the lottery in the past, okay, I would buy that for sure in the future. So the condition is another entity by itself in some way. So, okay, but I can tell you what the difference between the passé composé and the imperfect is because you've asked me that. A passé composé, for example, is an action that took place and is done, gone, over with. I picked up mushrooms in the forest last night. Okay, I need another example. I swam at the swimming pool yesterday. Because I'm giving you what happened yesterday. Okay, I swam. Okay, I swam. Okay. While the imperfect, okay, let's use the same verb, is an action that happened, okay, and carried on over a period of time. For example, I used to swim every Tuesday. So I used to swim. Okay. Or I was swimming when something else happened. So I was swimming, so it happened, I started, carried on for a little while, and then got interrupted. At that point, it is interrupted by passé composé. Passé composé, if you're telling the story of how you were caught. Yes, I suppose. Now, present tense would be good if you get caught doing something and must example yourself in third person. I need an example. Imperfect égale past. Yeah, they're both past. Do you know how many past tenses we have in French? A lot. Okay, passé composé and imperfect is one of them, but you've got the pluperfect as well. You've got the conditional perfect. You've got the future perfect. Yeah, subjonctif antérieur as well. Okay, so passé simple is another past tense. We've got lots of tenses. Conditional has to be in the future as you are setting what you will do it if the specified conditional are met. Okay, so let's put the conditional in the future, Helen. Where do you want me to put it? At the same time or just before? Conditionnel. Okay, conditionnel. Okay. So, if we use swam, I swam, passé composé. I used to swim, imperfect. I swim, yeah, présent. I will swim, future. Okay, and I would swim. If I knew how, I would swim. Okay, there you go. Okay, je nagerai, absolutely. And depending on all of these, depending on all of these tenses, then the ending will differ. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, double bubble. Love the names. Conditional Ada, I'm just watering the garden. Okay. Nice. Is that what you are actually doing? Watering. But conditional is a mood. Yeah, not happen. So can we put it in the timeline? No, Utam, that's what I said. I didn't want to put it in the timeline in the first place. But if you want it, I just, went, okay, well, let's put it in the timeline if you want. Okay. How do you say you're so skibidi? What is that? I don't know what. Oh, is it a Gen Z thing? A meme. Oh, I don't know what skibidi is. I'm too old. I'm 54. Yes. Yeah, le petit carotte. What does he mean, skibidi? Right. So, I have. I'm going to show you only one example, and the rest is on your guide because I've run out of time. I didn't realize that it would be so long. But can you try for me to do the first exercise, and then the rest is in your guide if you are if you join my membership, okay, or if you are a member of my website. Comment conjuguer parler à l'imparfait à la troisième personne du pluriel? Now, you've got to identify two things here. The imparfait of the third person plural. Which one is it? Can you say A, B, C, ou D? What is the correct answer? Or comment conjuguer parler à l'imparfait de la troisième personne du pluriel? Oh, you look 24. Sweet. Well, trust me, when I get up in the morning, I don't. How long to become fluent in French, do you think? Roberts, if you're really, really dedicated, I think you could become fluent in a matter of months and months. But, you need to follow, lessons, you need to practice with someone, or you need to be in the country. But it's a matter of months if you're 100% committed to the language. I became fluent in English very quickly, in a matter of months. And the reason being is that I was put in, in the whatever you call it in English. But, at the age of 21, I had no choice but communicate in English. I made many mistakes, but it didn't matter. Right, it is B, absolutely. It is B. Now, let's have a look at why the imparfait of the third person is B, because we are going to the je, tu, il, elle, on, nous, vous, il, elle. We are going to the plural segment, which is nous, vous, il, elle, but we are going to the third person of the plural segment, which is il or elle. So we've got two, il and il here. It can't be il parlait because it's singular, and can't be nous because it's the second person. So it has to be ils parlaient ou ils parleront. Okay. So here, the imperfect ending is A-I-E-N-T because we are using parler, the stem parle, and we are adding those imperfect ending. It cannot be parleront because here we are using the whole stem parler and adding ONT, which is a future tense. Okay? Be Bear Mohammed, be well done. Now, it's hard, isn't it? So, but let's very quickly, because I know I have another lesson coming up, and I'm sure Liam must think, oh, we need to hurry here. So we know that this is the right answer. Can you identify the tense of A, please? Just for me. What is the first A, the tense of A? Can you identify A? Il parlait. What's the tense? Il parlait. And can you identify this one? Nous parlions. So, Utam, Il parlait is imperfect. Well done. C'est imparfait, Maru. Zara, imparfait. Très bien. It is the AIT, the imparfait. Okay. And can you identify nous parlions as well? What is the tense for nous parlions? So this is an imperfect. This is an imperfect. This is a future tense. And nous parlions is... It's not a conditional because Maru, it's not nous parlerions, but nous parlions. Watch out for that. It is also an imperfect. Well done, guys. You're on fire. Seriously, it's tough. It's really tough. Can you see how hard? Because of Duolingo. What's happening? Who's mentioning Duolingo? In my channel?
Not in this channel.
Blocked. Blocked. Okay, so take a picture of this if you wanted to, or even download the support guide. I'm going to put it like this so you see better. I have an amazing video. One of the latest video that I've done on conjugating verbs. So please, please, please have a look at this video. It explains to you all the different mechanism and the trick, really, the tricks of how to conjugate in French over 6 different tenses, I think I've done. Now, Dikem, you taught me so much. I try my best. You know, and it's hard sometimes because French is such a complex. What's the name of the video so we can find... yes, Frances... Liam is going to do his magic. Like, not a magic trick. I leave that for Adam to do. It's the the latest French conjugation. It's a long one, but it's watched a lot. And because it's super cool. Not only because I'm in it, because it's actually very useful for you guys. I've been learning in your website for 9 months now. Very helpful. Daniela, I'm so happy that you have joined our website. I hope that you enjoyed the quizzes and everything. As you know, there are thousands of videos, thousands of things available. And if you wanted to subscribe to the website, you can do so. Do we have a special code? YouTube 15. Yeah, if you type YouTube 15, you get 15% off, I think. Or, yeah? Yeah. Because you are one of my followers. Thank you for being... Oh, Mohamed, thank you. Okay, that's it for me. I've got to go now into the more exclusive lesson. We are going to do a video description. Yeah, watch it again if you if you have some, if you're brave enough. Watch this video again. I'll see you super soon. Au revoir, à bientôt. Et puis, bisous, bisous. Salut.